The summer's on, and I've been living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. Been waiting all year to be here, to ride the wave of the water frontier. The ocean's warm and the tunes are chill. We'll stand here till we get our fill. We're working hard and we're playing hard too. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Time to go big or go home. And I ain't going home, 'cause summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. Everything we've ever wanted's right here. Don't wanna blink just to fight the fear that our time will pass way too fast. And I'll be dreaming of the beach another year. We're gonna have the time of our lives. Days and nights with the sun in our eyes. And a wild tide under bluest skies, tearing up the shoreline. 'Cause summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. We're gonna ride the summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. The summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day.
and then we unmute everyone.
Ah,
And
hello,
then
I'm
wait,
stretched.
why am I smaller? Hold on.
Small turtle.
I took some of the turtle's mass. I needed it. I'm sorry.
Great, cool. When are you gonna make me my mass drive relay system then?
That's actually precisely why I needed it. It was for a test.
Okay, cool. As long as we understand that. Okay, so anyways, the fact that I'm a Mass Effect nerd has nothing to do with with Dungeons and Dragons until I find a Mass Effect, until I find the Mass Effect tabletop RPG. Which
I mean, we could also just run Spelljammer.
I could.
Or Starfield. Or
I would
what's it called? Starfinder.
Starfinder.
I would
yeah.
absolutely play Starfinder. If we can get away from D&D, I would be so happy.
Yeah, like we can do whatever. Sorry.
Like, I love Dungeons and Dragons, but I'd also like to play some other stuff.
Oh no. That's the whole point.
The main thing with keeping me to D&D is I know how to build characters in D&D, and I know how to have fun building characters in D&D for myself.
Yeah.
Slightly off tangent. I do want to play the Marvel Multiverse tabletop RPG because you can make your own hero, and I've been playing it for the past couple of weeks, and it's a lot of fun. Like it sells power fantasy very well.
Dude, GURPS is also really good for that.
Yeah, but I don't really particularly like GURPS.
That's so fucking fair, though, because the problem that I've had with GURPS, outside of, like, the bits that I've enjoyed, is just you have to make rules for everything yourself.
Yeah, it is very much... GURPS is, like, the epitome of what homebrew gaming is, but everything is a homebrew.
Fun fact about GURPS, my dad wrote the rules for what happens to a mech pilot when the mech falls over.
He was the guy who wrote that, huh?
Yeah.
That checks out, honestly.
I mean, my fucking dad was also in Star Trek, so he's got a bit of a story going behind him.
I've met your dad. He seems like the kind of guy who would write the pedanticness of what happens when a mech pilot rolls over.
Yeah. No, he is that kind of guy, but you know. Anywho, I've digressed.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you everybody for showing up once again for Sand and Shadow. I know this is a little odd. We're down to 3 players because I completely spaced that it's Super Bowl weekend. But none of my teams are playing, so it doesn't matter what I watch or not. And my team didn't even make it through. Yeah, rip Seahawks. That's a bummer.
Who was your team?
I'm a Seahawks fan.
I live there now. It's a thing.
It's a thing. Yep.
They're noisy enough that they can be heard from miles away.
Yeah, I know. I used to work in their stadium. But regardless, my name is Akan. I'm your humble dungeon master and the Turtle VTuber. With me are my 3 wonderful investigators. We have Not Mafia, Wailing Frog, and Rune Fandom. Wow, I almost said your characters' names, but
that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's totally fine, right? But respectively, you know, they are, of course, Violet, the undead warlock rogue, who's really into poisons.
Hello.
We have.
You're cutting out a little bit, I think, just on my end. But
am I? Here, let me move my mic a little bit more here because I'm noticing that my mic's position affects how well I come through. So I have to.
I see.
And I lean forward a lot, so I have to constantly move the mic so that way it can pick me up. Because I like to put my elbows on my desk.
I did not mean to interrupt. I apologize.
No, you're good.
Hello, I'm Not Mafia with underscores between after each word. I lost my honor mode run in Baldur's Gate 3 today.
Bummer!
No!
Yeah.
Dude, that's so hard.
I lost it to the Gith fight, so.
Okay, well, that's respectable though. You managed to get.
That is a difficult fight.
Yeah, the fact that
and then I cheesed it later by just doing haste potions. So.
But.
Whoops.
Yeah, no, that is a respectable fight to lose on.
I'm still continuing the save file because I really like the builds I have going for it, and I don't want to get all the way. It's the first save file since like my tactician run that I've actually gotten all the way to Act 2.
Oh wow!
So,
cool.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, you want to keep that.
Yeah.
Wailing Frog is currently playing one Millennia, whose last name I don't remember if you had or not.
Amaranth.
Yep, cool. What is this now? You're like so you are a shifter, fighter barbarian.
Yes.
Lightning wolf.
Yep.
And man, The numbers you output is intense.
Yep,
That's DPS for you.
That's the deeps.
I am DPS tank. Both.
Yep.
You are the
It's disgusting
gunbreaker
and
of our
lovely.
party. You're
Yeah,
just,
basically.
you're just a tank wearing a DPS cloak.
Honestly, I'm so happy just to provide battlefield control, so if you keep doing damage, we're good.
Which leads us to our final team member for the evening, Squarb Featherfowl, our Cavalier fighter.
Mostly just fighter.
Just fighter?
I like kicking ass. That's why I'm here. My entire job is to make goddamn certain that nothing hurts my party to the best of my ability, and I'd say I'm okay at it.
I say
Could be
say
better
you
in Violet's case, but
I say you have a very okay. To be fair, that's to be fair, friendly fire. That's
yeah, no,
Literally.
I can only do so much against Fireball.
Imagine if you could
Sobbing, crying on the floor.
just burning in the cinders of your enemies.
Yeah.
Bunch of death pose.
We need a
Yamcha
Twilight
Death
Cleric on our team, please.
Pose.
Please.
That would be hysterical.
Specifically for me. You two
Just
don't
you.
need a you two don't need a
You
Twilight
two-
Cleric.
yeah,
either.
I mean, if I'm straight up, I have not needed heals like almost ever this
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
So
if I'm being honest, I can never break Millennia. I can never bloody Millennia, and
Nope.
Squarb can soup up his AC to the point where I have to almost roll an 18 or up in order to hit him on most enemies.
yeah, Squarb's Squarb's got some strunk going.
But anyways, where we last left off, you guys had successfully completed your primary objective here in the Northwest Trade Tunnel. You found the core of one Serina Silt that was in the process of some sort of arcane ritual being done by the cult of Golion. Luckily, you were able to stop it just in the nick of time before the ritual was complete, and you managed to eliminate all the contenders here, save for I think 2 escaped due to morality dropping when they've realized that all of the the spellcasters were dead. So now, with core in hand, you make your trip back to Blazvatan, and it's only been like 3 days.
Yeah, very efficient.
I think you guys have been very efficient, all things considered. But as you make your way out of the trade tunnel, you start to notice. Well, correction. As you make your way out of the little like commune that they created inside of the trade tunnel, at the moment you exit out of that little cubby, you feel the world rumble beneath your feet as you sense, and I would say that everybody could roll either a nature, an insight, or maybe even a perception check, depending on what your character would feel in this instance. But that's what you feel. It's just this large rumbling beneath your feet.
I'll
Oh,
take the insight.
What
Violet has a
are we hearing?
proficiency in nature, which I've never used.
Now's the time.
Sorry, what? Can you repeat what we were feeling?
Just a large rumbling beneath your feet.
I see.
That's a 22 for Squarb's insight check.
Okay.
That's a 7 for nature.
Oof.
11 for my nature. We got 7-11. Wow.
Nice,
Nice.
nice, nice.
Haha.
Make sure you guys get your free 7.11 ounce smoothies or whatever the fuck they're called when you.
Oh, and you know what? For the sake of it, I'll knowledge from a past life and add the d6 to
just
this roll.
again.
because I don't use it enough. So that brings it up to a 14.
14. All right.
I've used it more this long rest than I have in the past like entire game.
41 episodes.
Last year.
Yeah.
In the past like 40 episodes.
I don't make skill checks that often, I guess. Or I don't make cusp skill checks that often.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. As you all kind of get this like instinctual sense, you start to realize the cave is collapsing.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Well, I should have rolled that with disadvantage, but I can't roll much lower, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't think you could roll lower than an 11. But
Well, that's an immediate call out to the rest of the party. Let's fucking run.
yeah. So as you immediately start to dash out, you start to see that the trade tunnel behind you it started with the commune, right? It started with that little cubby area, right? So you felt
Yeah.
it, you heard it, and as soon as you made it down to the main tunnel, you see behind you there appears to be a chain of explosions that are following
Oh,
behind you as you sprint down the tunnel.
I see.
I'm gonna.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are not gonna have a good time reporting this.
No. So this is technically considered a chase, which they have special rules for, but I didn't like them. So,
Okay.
so what we're gonna do is this. I'm going to ask all of you if you either have a heightened mobility, aka do you have anything greater than 30 feet of base movement, or you have
I
other
do.
forms of movement that is greater than 30
I
feet
have.
of movement.
Sorry. No, nothing that's greater than 30 feet for me.
Okay, cool.
I have 40.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Since one of you is obviously gonna be faster than the others, and you are trying to run out of this tunnel. I am, as the DM, going to rule for this particular interesting instance because this is technically a trap. I'm gonna have you guys roll Constitution saving throws after like every 2 instances something happens, and
Okay.
Hey.
and should you fail a Constitution saving throw, that doesn't mean you are automatically going to die. Just something negative will happen.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
Awesome. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and so I'm gonna go ahead and roll my first event die here, and see. So, okay, cool. So I'm gonna say that you guys are obviously taking the dash action, I assume, to get out
Oh,
of
yeah.
there as fast as possible.
Easily.
Okay, cool. So we're looking at 60 movement for Violet and Squorb, and then 80 movement for Millennia, correct?
Yep.
Correct. I think you said my name.
Yes. And then just so that way I'm clear, who is in possession of Serina's core?
Miss Squarb.
Squorb is? Okay, cool.
This has been
That
his
sounds good.
quest for the last like 6 months. This is a big deal. He is not letting anybody
in-game
else
time,
handle
it's
it.
been like half a year, so I don't blame
Yeah.
him. Like,
No, Squarb is not letting anyone else touch Serena's core.
cool. So, with that in mind, as you begin to dash out, you hear more chains of explosions, and then as you continuing forward, I need all of you to just quickly roll a perception check.
Okay.
I wonder if I can get some cool DMCA like chase music without.
Fuck me, man.
That's an 11 out of Squarb.
It's an 8.
Perception
Yeah.
is 16.
16.
Thank you, Violet. I'm changing my fucking dice. Hold on. Do that one.
I'm gonna see if I can get some cool chase music for you guys, because that's DMCA free, because you guys deserve that much at least, right? Wait, hold on. I might. Let me pause this real fast before DMCA kicks in. Is this something I can do? Ah, okay, cool. So good to note. I will have to do that later. All right, so I don't have music for you. That's totally,
okay.
That's totally fine. All right, cool. So, what was the numbers again? I'm sorry.
11?
16.
16, 11, and 8. Eeh. Okay, so
That's why I changed my dice.
and henceforth we are changing dice. Okay, so let me pull up this real fast. That way I have. Now that I have the campaign up and run them again. Okay, cool. Now I can check everybody's rolls. Cool. All right, cool. So you start to realize, guys, that there are chunks of rock falling up ahead. But because Violet had rolled high enough, she can make the call outs to give you guys a heads up, which means you guys don't roll with disadvantage for this for your Constitution checks to avoid these. But you will, or not,
Okay.
not Constitution checks.
Saving
Dexterity,
throws.
yeah, dexterity saving throws. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because
got
you have to dodge out of the way of the boulders. So everybody, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. DC is going to be 13.
And is this effects I can see?
This is
technically?
an effect you can see. Yes. So you would have
So-
But
advantage.
we already have advantage.
No, you guys
or-
don't get disadvantage. You're rolling flat.
Yep.
Oh,
So now I get advantage.
it.
So 15.
Okay.
12.
Okay. So
Oh.
Scorb, what did you get, Scorb?
I got an oh gosh, where did it go? 11.
Okay, so the DC was 13. So Millennia saves, but Violet and Scorb do not. Both of you will be receiving bludgeoning damage here. So let's see. Both of you will each be receiving 8 bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
All right.
How are you, Violet? Because I remember your health being very bad.
I remember you guys had to bring her back.
I am not doing great myself.
I'm at 21.
Okay.
Squarb's at 10.
Okay. Do you have any potions of healing on you, just in case?
I do.
I already used a potion of healing.
You guys
should
can
have more.
you guys can dash and consume a potion while you're dashing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a bonus action to do that. So. Do you need another potion, Violet? Or Scorb?
We'll see if we can keep up right now, and if it gets worse, then we'll decide later.
Okay.
We'll decide when I'm below 10.
Okay.
Squarb is going to take this greater potion of healing. I think it's the Greckleston potion.
Cool.
So I'm going to go ahead and do my bonus action to heal my 4d4 real quick.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my chart.
I was gonna say you guys should have a superior and a supreme on you as well.
I think I gave mine to Violet.
Because we got enough for one of both for everyone in the party.
That I do recall.
So yeah.
Okay, so I will heal my 12... Gosh. Plus 4, so I will heal 16, and then whatever the Greckleston effect is.
Yeah, give me 1 minute. I seem to have misplaced my notebook again.
Oh no.
Okay, it's one of these two notebooks. I'm gonna figure it out which one. Oh, yo, I found it first try. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Roll a d8.
You got it. All right, that is a 5.
Oh, this is one you guys don't have.
Oh.
So on a 5, let me see. That one's actually pretty good for you guys given the situation. Scorb, with a 5 on the Greckleston potion, you feel your body sort of pull and squash and stretch ever so slightly, and you feel that your limbs are a bit more less rubbery and more liquidy as your entire form begins to look more like a slime or water. You have the constitution of a water elemental.
Oh, very nice.
for up to 1 hour, you effectively are a water elemental.
Nice.
Cool.
I took this from an old potion I made, and I'm like, that's so cool. I want to make that again. So yeah, you have the constitution of a water elemental, which I can pull that up for you if you need, or you can do that yourself.
I will need that number.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Oh, I think Discord's fucking up your mic because I just heard it on stream and it came through clear.
Okay, so yeah, it's definitely Discord.
Oh
so-
no.
Okay, so, um, you basically have the physicality of a water elemental. So I'm gonna give you this. So specifically for your physical stats, you effectively have a +4 to your strength, a +2 to your dexterity, and a +4 to your constitution.
Okay.
And then let me see here. I could have swore they had a thing for their. They don't have an amorphous form as their class as a feature. Wild. But yeah, no, they become basically invisible in large bodies of water. That's what they can do. Okay, cool. But they don't technically have an amorphous form. Interesting. All right, cool. So yeah, for the sake of your checks, those 4 numbers are what's going to be pertinent to you since you have a water elemental's like physical form. Okie dokie. So, second event die. Oh, that's cute. You see, you see some of the, you see a couple of people who have been walking through the cave, are also, in the middle of running, and they see you 3. What's happening?
Explosions, bad things. We stopped.
We have
Cole,
no
you need to
clue.
go.
Collapse! Run!
Okay, so I'm going to sit there and to change this reference. Okay, cool. This is your second random event, so go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throws.
On.
I've got a +9 to mine right now.
I've got
So
a
that is
+1.
27.
So the DC is
Let's
10.
go.
Wow!
Thank you.
Unnatural 20.
You got a dirty 20 with a +1. That's
Yep.
insane. Yeah. So yeah, DC is 10 for the first one. So you guys all are good. You don't suffer any ill effects, and you're able to keep pushing through. So I'm going to just sit there and pull up my little handy dandy map that I have right here. So I have a distance chart. All right, cool. All right, cool. So I'm going to say, to make it easier for you guys, you would need to succeed on 3 more Constitution saving throw checks in order to successfully escape from the trade tunnel. So it's going to be 6 more events that are randomly going to happen.
Okay.
Okay.
So next, I'm going to go ahead and roll this. Actually, you know what? Fate is in your hands. Violet, you roll me a d20.
Sorry?
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to make you play with the event now. You are my event die.
10.
10.
Exact.
Okay, so on a 10 here, this is why I have a chart. Ooh, okay, interesting. On 10, the ground beneath you begins to rumble incredibly roughly, causing your balance to shift. Go ahead and roll dexterity saving throws, everybody. And if you... Well, I'm going to ask Scorb specifically, were you flying during this dash, or were you sprinting on your feet during this dash?
Oh, I'm sprinting. This is a cave. I'm not having an easy time flying down here.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm assuming this is not something I can see.
Yeah, this is like a universal like natural thing. So yeah, no, you don't get the advantage on this
Cool.
one.
Didn't need it. 21.
Perfect.
22.
You all succeeded. It was a DC 10. So
Let's
the
go.
rumbling underneath your
17 for the audio listeners.
Oh,
And
perfect.
actually, everybody watching.
Everybody
can't
watching
see
is
our
not
rolls.
yeah. So yeah, no. So on a DC 10. You guys don't fall prone.
Let's go.
That's a good thing. Yeah, so
How are the
Very good
randos?
thing.
You know what? Since you brought them up because they were just supposed to be a one-off event, let me roll for them real fast. Let's see. This guy rolled a 12. Okay. The other guy, his companion rolled a 13.
Okay.
And his bodyguard rolled a 17. So they are all safe.
Nice.
So just 6 dudes just running through a tunnel. Going down the list. Hey, Frog, why don't you roll me a d20?
Alrighty.
Maybe the pendulum will swing in your way again, and it'll give you a good result.
17.
17. Okay. On a 17. Oh, interesting. Some debris has fallen down and is impeding your path. You guys can either make athletics or acrobatics checks, DC 13, in order to not slow down your progress.
Cool.
Other-
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Love this exhaustion. The athletics. That's lowest is a dirty 20.
That's insane on a
I hope
disadvantage.
+9.
Okay, the rest of you, athletics or acrobatics to avoid reducing your speed.
I will take acrobatics and get a 19.
Okay.
I did athletics, got 4 plus 6 to 10 plus knowledge from a past life to 11. Awesome.
Awesome. Well, 13 was the DC. So, as
Damn.
as Millennia and Scorb, this kind of checks out though. As Millennia and Scorb being the most athletic of the two of the four of you, I'm not gonna roll for Whisper because at this point, let's be honest, we know what's gonna happen. But out of the three of you, it
Oh,
makes
Visper died in the crash. Whoops.
a goblin came in and she's like, "Sorry, princess," and just teleported her back to the Feywild temporarily.
Oh, yeah.
An emergency goblin teleporter. That's fucking insane to me. So yeah. So you Millennium Scorb, you notice as you sort of like hurdle jump past everything, you notice that Violet is struggling to find a way around and she has to hurdle over. So her speed has been reduced down to her normal speed in this one instance. So you're 30. So you are now 30 feet behind everybody else.
If I'm noticing that, I'm grabbing her.
Okay. I will say, if you want, you will take disadvantage on your Constitution saving throw for this next one because it's the next one coming up. And then if you succeed, then you guys can return back to your normal dashing speed.
I'll take that.
Okay. So in order to keep Violet from falling too far behind, Scorb, you zip back and you pull her up with you to make sure that she's caught up. And then everybody go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throws. This DC is going to be 11.
And mine's with disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Which saving throw, Con?
Constitution saving throw. DC 11.
That is still a 14 from me.
That's insane.
8.
Inspirations are a thing.
Inspirations are things.
I got
Yeah, I might spend an inspiration on this. This seems kind of like an important one. There we go. That's better. That's a 17.
Alrighty. So nobody failed their nobody failed their check, which means that everybody does not again suffer any of the ill effects here. And Scorb, even with disadvantage, you did not suffer any ill effects either. Wonderful. All right, which leads me on to hey Ruin, roll me that d20, man.
You got it, BB. Nat 1.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sure it's fine.
Hey, it's been an honor playing with you guys.
Oh, we can't die here.
No, you can't die here. I refuse to let that happen. But
I have a campaign idea that I could run.
already setting up for campaign 2. Let's roll.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Scorb specifically make
Oh,
a
no.
perception check.
Okay. I'd like to take an inspiration, please.
I will absolutely allow that.
Cool.
I will gladly take this inspiration point that I'm probably never going to use this session.
That's an 18.
18. Scorb. I need you now to roll me a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Okay, and then my dex is plus 2 from...
because of the potions effect, yes.
Okay.
Because you have a water elemental's physical stats.
Cool, so my dex didn't actually change.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and do that. Literally one off. I'd like to take another inspiration.
Fair enough. Whoops, I'm moving.
There we
the
go.
whole thing.
22.
22. Where did my inspiration? Oh, I just actually deleted the inspiration point. That's awesome.
Whoops.
Whoops.
No. I just see. Look, wow, it's back. I just do that. I just faded it because I can only hold 2. Okay, so Scorb on a 22. as the cave continues to collapse around you, you narrowly avoid a stalagmite. God damn, I can never remember.
The ones that are going from
The one that hangs above you.
That's
Stalactite.
stalactite.
So you narrowly avoid a very deadly stalactite shattering over that had just fallen down and crashed just behind you.
Oof.
Yeah, no, Squarb ducks out of the way of that, and he's just like panicked, whispering to the core he's got clutched in his fucking arms, like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, we're gonna get you home.
So I'll have you know that if that had hit, the amount of piercing damage you would have suffered, if you had failed a specific saving throw, you would have been pinned to the position.
Yeah, I know, that's why I took the inspiration.
Alrighty, so then.
But yeah, no, Squarb is straight panic whispering, like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, we're gonna get you home, it's gonna be okay.
Everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. It's just a dream, it's just a dream.
It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it through this. We're gonna make it through this. We're gonna get you home. We're gonna put you back where you belong.
Everything's gonna be okay.
I see the breakdown has started.
Oh no, Squarb's just panicked right now. As soon as we're out of the tunnel, he'll be fine.
Right. Okay, so that means Violet, once more, roll me a d20. I love putting the fate of your fate in your hands.
6.
Okay. Let's see here. Rocks fall, everybody nice. No.
No.
Please, for the love of God, no!
I would never do that to you.
That's
guys.
what 0 is.
That's what. Okay, cool. So on a 6,
Roll a d20 with a -1, please.
roll a d20 minus the 20.
Oh yeah, if we roll 20, it's actually rocks fall, everyone dies. We think it's gonna be good, but uh-oh.
Okay, cool. So on a 6, it's actually it's actually just a normal situation. So actually there are no events that happen on a 6. I randomly
Yo, let's go.
I randomly disperse them throughout the chart. So this is one of the few times where like there's nothing drastic happens. But this is the second one. So this is your third Constitution saving throw. This is going to be DC 12.
Violet would never fail a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah,
Shit.
Squarb's pretty dang good. 17.
21.
Okay. So Violet, I will point out you do have options.
No, I'm gonna fail this one.
You're gonna fail this one. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead and suffer a level of exhaustion for me.
Okay.
Welcome to the club.
Got it. We're fine.
We're cool. We're cool.
Just disadvantage on disability or ability checks. You're fine.
You're totally fine. You're totally fine. Frog, second to last fate die for me.
Let's go. That's a 2.
Let me see. There it is. Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
That's Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use an inspiration.
This is the most inspiration you guys have used, and I'm so happy.
Well,
We know we're going to die here if we fuck up.
Okay, go ahead and reroll your die.
Fate has determined that I'm going to roll a 1.
Fate has determined that you must fail this check. Okay, well.
Jesus Christ!
Fate is determined. Your fate is
For
set.
dice it is again.
Again. Okay. Well, in this instance, Millennia, you will be suffering another level of exhaustion. So you're at level 2
fuck
exhaustion.
me.
So your speed is now
All
halved.
right.
So you're moving at normal speed effectively. Your walking speed is your normal
No.
speed because you were sprinting. You were not 40 feet.
Yeah, I'm at
Because if you dash, that's 40 feet.
Oh, that sucks.
That's
I
still
was
significant.
well- yeah, I was well.
40
ahead
feet is
of
still
them, so it's
significantly
fine.
less than
Yeah, like you
60.
like 20 feet of movement ahead of everybody else, or like 10 feet of movement ahead of everybody else is fine.
Honestly, the math checks out that I will just be at line with them when we exit.
Yeah, when you guys exit out, you guys would be at line with everybody else. Okay, so yes, that's what happened. So effectively, what this was is this was a targeted check. So on a 2, it's targeted to the person who rolled it.
Gotcha.
So
Got it.
so if I had rolled it, I would just roll a d4 minus 1, determine who among you would take it. So anyway, score last fate die.
Come on, scored.
I forgot that my microphone was muted. I was eating a snack. I apologize. 15.
15. Okay. Okay. That's funny. This is the other safe zone one.
Oh,
Thank goodness.
phew.
Last Constitution saving throw for everybody.
Okay.
DC 13.
I succeed. That's funny.
Jesus.
So score better than 20 millennia. So it was a DC 13. Violet, do you want to suffer the ill effects of this one?
I'll suffer a second level of exhaustion.
Okay, you will suffer a second level of exhaustion. As
Rolled
you guys,
a 5 on my con save. Awesome.
Ooh.
as you and the 3 people who were chasing after you, in a panic to avoid the cave in, you all as a final spurt leap out of the cave, and it begins to collapse beneath you, blocking off the entirety of the Northwest Trade Tunnel.
Oh, the merchant prince is going to be pleased about this.
You see the war band of mercenaries that you had commissioned with the aid of the merchant prince, still in the process of cleaning up, but they were able to get all of their men out of the cave during that cave in. And they look at you and they see you, shocked that you're alive. As one of the
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Don't worry, we're shocked too.
Me too, bestie. Me too. I think this entire campaign I've dealt more environmental damage to you guys than actual combat damage at this point. But as a couple of the orcs and goblins pick you up, they check you out and they're just like, "You good?"
I
Good
need
as we
to
can be.
sleep.
Melly is like panting, like, you know when dogs run really, really hard for a
Yeah.
long period of time, they
Yup.
just start panting really hard. Yeah, that's what she's doing.
Yeah, Squirm is surprisingly not even a little bit out of breath, but he looks a little bit shell-shocked. He's just straight up like, oh, I can't believe we made that.
Yeah. You also notice that by the time you guys came out of the cave, you guys had went in during the day. It is now night. You guys have been in that cave for hours.
That tracks.
So they go, well, we're still packing things up. It's still gonna take us a couple of days, but if you want, you can rest with us, and then you can leave with us, because we have to go to Blazvatan anyways. If that's something you guys maybe want to do.
Yeah, I think we could probably do with that.
Now that we kind of maybe have a target on our back, that might be a great idea.
Strength and numbers.
The three individuals are like, is that all Rick said to us? Sure. Why not? I'll talk to the bosses. All right, let's get you guys some cots, and they lead you back to the main encampment, just off to the right there from the cave entrance, to get you guys set up. So, if you guys would like, you may now take a long rest.
Oh,
Thank
fuck
fuck.
God.
Recover 1 level of exhaustion out of 2.
I will say you guys don't have to roll for the night's safety. You're an entire warband camp. People are on patrol. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you guys collapse into your cots, you enjoy a much deserved rest. Throughout the night, Squorb, the core clutched in your arms or in your
Oh,
pants.
you're
You are cutting out a
pretty
ton,
bad.
bud.
Hold on a second. That might be my wires. Give me a sec. Let me see here.
It might not be your wire. It just might be Discord. You might have to just disconnect and reconnect.
It might be. Give me a second.
Because, like, stream-wise, you're fine.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Then give me a sec. Let me re-enter the call then.
Super Comic Guru allows this.
So the best part is that carries through stream.
Nice.
Yo.
So they'll hear that and they'll be like, interesting. Okay, so Scorb, either in your pouch or like in your pack or in your arms, however you how are you holding on to her core? 'Cause it's a rather large core.
It was in my arms until we got out. If we're like settling in for camp, her core is nestled very safely in my pouch, just wrapped up in some cloth I had.
Interesting. Okay, cool. And my model is still awkward. Just gonna hide behind that.
Oh
Why?
no.
Why are you so? There we go. Boom. Okay, so this won't interrupt your long rest, but Scorb, you wake up in the middle of the night as you feel a light sort of searing your face.
Oh.
And then that's when you realize it's coming from your bag.
Oh dear. All right. Squab rolls out of his cot and opens his bag to investigate. He's pretty sure he knows what it is, but he's ready to make sure. He just wants to make sure.
Yes, the cloth wrapping around Serina's core. It's sort of like a tarp put over a lantern. It's only doing so much to dampen the light, but it's like a bright headlight turned on, effectively.
Yeah. Well, Squarb's gonna carefully peel back the wrapper, for lack of better phrasing, and make sure everything's okay.
You realize that Serena's core, this phantom quartz, is emitting this rather bright light. But the moment you place your hand on it, the light begins to dim subtly, and you feel this very warm radiance emanating from it.
Okay. He's really not sure what to do here, so he's just kind of gonna sit there with his hand on it for a sec.
As you throughout the night, as you keep your hand there to kind of keep it, I guess, for the lack of a better word, suppressed. You do inevitably fall back asleep with the warm glow of her core, kind of keeping you warm, throughout the chilly desert night. As you all awaken the next day, the sound of foot traffic kind of racing back and forth, boxes and rucksacks moving, voices hollering out, awaken you. It seems that this warband is an early rising kind of group, and they are right back to working on breaking down the camp, so that way everybody can leave, hopefully by tomorrow morning. What does
Okay.
the three of you do?
So, Melly would have been up, like, with them, hearing it move right away, and just offered to pitch in.
Okay.
Violet is resting.
Violet's comatose.
Violet needs like a couple days, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might still have a level of exhaustion, but I'm still gonna fucking help.
Oh yeah.
No, Squarb is absolutely helping everybody do their thing while still keeping an eye on Serena's core.
Wonderful. As you kind of go about the rest of the day, helping the camp, set things up, you take a break for the early morning. You guys take a break for breakfast, and then you immediately go back to work, going about it. You're finding this sense of comfort or normalcy, I guess, for lack of a better word. It's keeping you busy. You guys are doing busy work.
Yeah.
I guess I have to ask, what is going through everybody's mind right now as you guys are keeping yourselves busy during this downtime?
Hmm.
Anybody want to go first?
Violet's finally having a moment to think about what she left in Blazvatan that is pending and will hopefully be ready for her once she's back.
Remind me again what you left behind, because I need to remember that. I can't.
I hired someone to look into the names I found in the register
Right. Cool.
at the library.
Cool. Let me see. That should be in one of my notebooks here. Again, I have multiple notebooks. I am that guy as the DM. All right. Cool. All right. Yep.
So mostly kind of just
mulling that thought process over.
yeah.
I feel that. What about Millennia? What's going through her mind as she's keeping busy?
So this is like the whole busy work and everything is kind of reminding her of when the clan she was with would go on like survival excursions, and it's just kind of bringing those memories back of like good times, and then occasionally it starts slipping into bad, and she's like, no, we're gonna focus. We're not there anymore. We're fine.
Everything is fine. You tell yourself you're fine, but you're not fine.
But it is bothering her a little bit.
Okay. And Scorb, what is going through his mind?
Squarb is cautiously optimistic about what the future holds. He's just accomplished a long-time goal of his and is very excited to see Serena returned to her whole self. That's a lot of what he's thinking about right now, is just righting this person that he so very much feels he's wronged.
Oh, that's a lot of hope.
That's
It is a lot of
that
hope.
has not happened yet.
It is a lot of hope for something that has not happened yet. But
There's a lot of premature
this Squarb was the
celebration.
hard part. This was the hard part to Squarb, was getting her everything back. So now it's just a matter of putting everything in the right place and making sure that she's going to be okay after the fact. And that's going to be much easier, he thinks. But also, that's a lot of work that he doesn't know how to do, so he's just like, we'll figure it out. It's fine. Just let me have this.
Have you guys played in Stars and Time yet, by the way?
I haven't,
No.
and I'm waiting to play it.
I'm getting around to it.
I'm completely unfamiliar.
That's literally my game.
No relation. Just thinking.
just something that crossed your mind. Surely not. Related in any aspect.
Just thinking out loud, are you?
Yeah. Nothing very relevant, I think.
Amazing. That's interesting.
Well, that makes me anxious.
That explains it. Okay. Okay, turn that off. Turn that on. Alright, fine. We'll do that later. In the meantime, I'm static.
I definitely recommend playing in Stars and Time, or at least watching like a stream of it.
Yeah, like a
Apocalypse
honestly,
did a full voice acted version.
Yeah, the Jello Plays Games version is probably my favorite.
It's a good one. Definitely recommend you give that a watch if you can. Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was eating.
You're good.
Food takes
Lost
precedence
in the
over thought.
sauce.
Yeah, literally, man.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
As you as the night wanes down, and you guys settle in for supper, go ahead and roll me a perception check, all of you.
Awesome.
Always pleasant.
Awesome.
That's an 8 out of Squarb.
7 for.
Violet, you need to roll that with disadvantage.
Still have that level of exhaustion, honey.
Still a 7.
I got a 7 as well.
We are
I'm
all
sure.
distracted by our thoughts this evening.
We're gonna be fine. I
Oops,
think.
all trauma again. It's the Feywild nightmare scenario all over again.
Good.
As you all kind of sit down and settle in for supper, it's a very basic sort of war rationed out meal of like hardtack, some soup to kind of melt the hardtack, meat and cheese with some nuts, some dried berries and nuts to kind of fill it out.
Yep.
You don't notice it until it's right upon you. You receive a scroll that drops onto your laps. And as you turn around to face who it was that dropped it off, you just hear the whooshing of the desert wind wisp past your ears.
Squarb squawks in surprise.
Well, he just has this look on her face like, God damn it, what now?
Our work is never over. God has cursed me for my hubris, and my work is never over.
That's a good quote.
Brian David Gilbert, let's go.
That's good. Yeah, it's a good quote.
Let's see. I guess we'll open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you open it,
So did we each get one, or is it just
you each get one? Yes.
I see.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna say since Violet was the first one to shade, I'll start with Violet.
Yes. Okay.
Violet, you open the scroll and the signer on the scroll it just says esteemed members of the necromantic circle of Blazvatan.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah.
I don't normally get this.
No, you do not. It has come to our attention that many members of our circle have either gone missing or have been reported dead. As per our written and blood oathed sealed agreements, we do not resurrect our fallen members, and instead we must recruit the apprentices of those that have fallen. If you are receiving this notice, you are either a current member of our circle or an apprentice of a member that has recently gone missing or is dead. Our condolences for your loss, all the same.
Melly goes kind of wide-eyed and just looks at Violet.
Squarb does the same.
Please note that an ongoing investigation is being undertaken as of writing of this notice. And should you wish to move forward and accept this position on behalf of those that have departed or have gone missing, please place your sigil on the space provided below. And you see that there's a large box that has been outlined for you to place your arcane sigil on.
Oh.
Violet, everything all right?
I don't. What do I do?
I suppose that's up to you.
I don't think your whoever is dead because that would mean you cease to exist, right?
Yes.
So they aren't dead.
As long as I am alive, he is alive, I believe is what he said.
So that's good. Maybe this will let you figure out what happened to him, though.
Yeah.
You can sleep on it.
Yeah, I think we should hold off on. Well, I shouldn't say we. If it were me, I would hold off until we finish what we're doing right now, but that's also me being my usual somewhat single-minded self.
I mean,
Is
in the
there
end,
some amount of arcane, like an arcane part to putting my sigil on it? Like, will that be instantly accepted, or is that like a signature and they won't actually get that until I put it back,
Roll an
until we
Arcana
get back to
check.
Blazvatan?
That is.
Okay, I'm pretty good at those.
Yeah.
19.
Just holding this piece of parchment, you realize this is a magically imbued piece of paper. Your question, to answer your question specifically, your arcane sigil is basically like your call sign as a
Yeah.
as a sorceress, a wizard, a warlock, what have you. When you create and apply your arcane sigil onto anything, be it a piece of parchment or like your equipment or something like that, it is effectively, yeah, you are effectively casting a like a prestidigitation spell, except it has a permanency effect to it. This is basically this is like a wizard's authorization through magic.
Would I have one even?
All
As
spellcasters have one. They may
all
not
spellcasters have one?
they may
Okay.
not realize they do, but all spellcasters have one.
Okay.
It is one
this
of
is your chance to decide what it looks like.
correct. This is one, your character's moment to decide what your arcane sigil looks like, but two, it is one of my universal constances in this world that all magic users have an arcane sigil that is unique to them.
That's kind of
Okay.
sick.
It's why we have named spells.
Vespers is flower petals and candy.
See, I take that a step further personally, and I picture like all kinds of magic, not just arcane stuff, having their own sigils, like the holy stuff too.
Oh yeah, no, those are different. I have a
Yeah.
I have a different system for that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you did.
Yep. So magic in my world is divided through arcane, divine, and eldritch.
Yeah.
Or correction.
Oh, interesting.
It's arcane, yeah, so arcane, divine, and eldritch. And the reason why is because the origins of the magic is different. And fiendish magic, demon magic falls under arcane.
Oh, okay.
I'll tuck the piece of paper in away in my bag for the moment.
Okay. Who would like to read their scroll next?
Squarble. Oh.
You can go.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Scorb, you unfurl your scroll, and it reads as follows. Dear Scorb Featherfowl, hey, this is Persephone and Manaj writing to you. We just, at the time of writing this, we just returned from a scouting mission, and we had time to write this down. We heard that you were thinking about leaving the Force. Though it shocked us at first, we're not disappointed. In fact, we sort of saw the writing on the wall. Whatever you decide to do, know that we will always have your back. As a heads up, we are shifting over to the detachment that is going to attempt to capture members from the Order of the Desert Wind, and we're being detached as scouting members for that for that mission. If you happen to make your way there, or you know, anything of that nature, or if you even want to help us out, we would greatly appreciate you and your company's assistance in the matter.
Oh, gods damn it. Did we just get 3 time-limited quests and we have to pick one?
I'm not going to confirm or deny that. I have one for Visper, so...
I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you partway through.
No, that was basically it. Once again, you will also note that we did leave a bunch of letters at your desk. You realize that the writing, the handwriting is not as eloquent. So this is definitely Persephone who's writing this letter.
Yeah.
But you realize that we also left you a bunch of letters, well, correction, and then she puts in like blocks because she thinks that's how she determines separate thoughts. So she puts like brackets over. It's like, actually Minaj left all those letters. That's him. He's, that guy. And closed bracket. I left you something in the vault in your office. Don't know if it'll help you, but I'm hoping it does. I hope to see you again once this is all over. I owe you a drink. We owe you a drink. And then she signs her name, Persephone, wingmate of the Skaraudin. Fuck, what division were you guys again?
Sixth
company. And then she forced Minaj to sign his name. as you can tell.
So
Squarb kind of groans.
You got a secret agent key from Minaj. And now you have something else waiting for you from Persephone. You have good wingmates.
Yes, they've been excellent partners this entire time. I'm a little surprised. Well, no. Now that I think about it, I'm not surprised they heard I was thinking about leaving. I've not exactly been quiet about it.
Fuck no.
Squarb sighs super heavily. Well, I mean, I need to head back to Blazvatan anyway.
Yeah.
I suppose the least I can do is check in on the office after we handle this. And he pats Serina's core.
I mean, that's where Serina is anyway, so.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what this scroll is all about.
Now, I'm under the assumption that you guys read these scrolls aloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This one, I'm going to specifically ask Millennia, do you wish to read this one aloud?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I will.
Okay. As you unfurl the scroll, you get immediately the first thing you smell is thick cigarette smoke. Is a lingering scent on this parchment. And as you scroll down, it says, "Hey kid." And then continuing down, it goes, "Hey kid, it's Etna. The lady who works with Kassar."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember me. Hey, so you remember that thing you told me to look out for you? Some of our guys have reported that some people who look like the guys you're looking out for have made it through the Southwest Trade Tunnel. And they're asking for you. What do you want us to do?
Serena, sorry. Melly. Jesus. Melly gets this kind of like sort of a thousand-yard stare.
Yes, the thousand-eyed stare. Jesus.
Yard, not eyes. But yeah, she just kind of looks into the distance as she contemplates what she just read. Well, that sure thing. And she'll wrap it up and put it in her pack.
Okay. I'm gonna wait to read Vespers, so
Yeah.
it's appropriate if she was here.
Yeah.
So we'll retroactively do that later. Make a note of that. So the three of you finishing reading your scrolls, your individual scrolls, and realizing a lot has happened within the past couple of days. You continue with your meal, and then you go to bed for the evening, allowing you guys to recover your final level of exhaustion.
Woo!
Wahoo!
Let's go.
Come the next morning, thanks to your efforts, by the way, you guys managed to get a lot of progress done. Come the next morning, everybody is just breaking down the tents and breaking down the cots for everybody, putting them on their respective wagons that are being pulled by the by these sunstrider lizards, and you begin to make your way out into the open desert, hopefully making your way to Blazvatan. As the day goes on, I'm gonna have. We'll just go round robin. So we'll just go Violet. Go ahead and roll a d20 for the day's travel.
Awesome. D20 and 18.
18. Mind you, you guys have a very large war band. Like this is like a. It is.
Yeah.
You guys are effectively moving an army.
Yeah.
As you guys are moving along with this this army, an 18, you guys notice that there are a lot of trade caravans that are passing you by, and then you note that some of them are turning back before they make it too far past the horde, as it were. It seems that whoever's in the front is telling them, "Hey, the cave tunnel's collapsed. You're gonna have to go to the southern one."
Oh, yeah, we probably should have mentioned that to the first
Yeah.
person we saw.
Yeah.
Oh, they were there. They saw the cave tunnel
okay.
collapse. It
Yeah.
collapsed all the way through.
Oh, we should tell the merchant prince about that.
Yeah, I get on the earring. Hey. Right, it's 20. How many? 25?
25 words.
Okay. It's the group. We succeeded in our mission. However, they set a trap and cave tunnel is completely collapsed.
North Cave Tunnel.
She knew where we were, so
Right.
I'm trying to keep it short.
Yeah.
And send.
You
This will be great.
There's a long pause before you can
Yep.
reply. And then you just hear, "I'll start the paperwork. Thank
My
you for reporting."
apologies. Yep.
And
Just
then-
one more message. My apologies. Okay, well, that's taken care of, I guess.
I would say at this time, if you guys have any need to, you guys, because this was the merchant, the merchant event where, you guys could buy something while you're out in the field. Do you guys have any desire to buy anything?
No.
Not really.
Nah.
Okay, cool. Then we'll move on. Frog, go ahead and roll me the second day's travel. Oh shit! I forgot about you guys. You guys had Sunhawks. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
we did.
So I guess the
They
better question.
are.
I guess the better question is: do you guys travel aboard your Sunhawks to be more expedient, or do you continue traveling with the caravan?
I mean, we can have them walk with us while we go, right?
Realistically, you could.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm-
think that we're in too terribly much of a rush right now.
Yeah.
For once.
I don't trust that thing with my life.
What life?
Haha.
Touche.
I know Squarb doesn't want to leave his behind, so
Oh God, no.
No, they're still coming with us. It's
That's-
just I don't.
Yeah, we're just not flying. Like Squarb
Yeah.
will fly up as a scout, but like he's still keeping pace with the caravan.
Got you.
yeah.
Okay, good enough. I just wanted to know how you guys wanted to handle the Sunhawks. Okay,
I
so
rolled a
then
14.
a 14. Okay, a 14 is clear days worth of travel.
Nice.
I have nothing to report.
Awesome.
Since you guys are traveling on foot to keep pace with the warband, what would have taken you guys about a week's worth of travel on Sunhawk is going to take you about double that while on foot.
Okay.
So it's going to be a while here.
Yeah.
But we'll do Scorb as our final roll for for like the midweek, and then I have something. So
All right, my roll is an 18.
18.
That's the
That's
merchants again.
That's the merchants again. You find another group of merchants, and they're like, "Hey, so we're making our way to." Oh, all right. Okay, we're gonna try the other one. Can we just travel? You see that one goblin is just get in line. Okay. As the third day falls and night descends, you all have the warband sort of circle up and create a sort of desert encampment to kind of help keep whatever desert winds from blowing too harshly on any one side of the camp. With the various merchant caravans that have come through, being encircled in the center, and then the warband creating a larger circle as a protective barrier from any would-be thieves and whatnot of the night. Where do you see your group setting up camp, in the inner circle or the outer circle?
Inner. At least Violet.
Squarb sticking with where the rest of the party is.
I think Melly is gonna go to the outer just to kind of like help with just keeping watch and stuff.
Okay, fair enough. In that instance, go ahead and roll me a perception check, Melly.
Okay. 19.
On a 19, as you go out and patrol, your stride is a little bit bigger than a goblin's, just a smidge.
Just
For
3 foot to 6.
for every 2 steps you take, he has to power walk 6.
I
So
see.
yeah, he's like, "Huh, wait, hold up." He's kind of waddling
sorry.
behind you. But as you look out into the distance, you see on a rocky outcropping a single silhouette being cast against the full moon.
Hey, what's the goblin's name?
Oh,
Is it another
goodness.
Frank?
No.
My dog's got to go potty. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's not a Frank. Let's see. This one. We're gonna go with Chuck.
Chuck. Okay. Hey Chuck, do you see that? And I'll point in the general direction of the silhouette.
He's gonna roll a perception check with advantage because you're pointing it out. That's with advantage, huh?
That's not a good sign.
Average.
Average gulp of the moment.
Yeah.
He looks over.
Average NPC roll.
Yeah, right.
You can say no if not.
Oh, I'll be real with you. I don't see it. I
Okay.
see the rock, and
Okay.
and the moon.
How far away is this?
Oh, it's a good distance away. Like, you would like if I were to put this into turns, it would take you like 3 dashes to get out there.
Gotcha.
Like
Okay.
they're far enough away where they're not an immediate threat.
Gotcha. Well, from what I'm seeing, we're being watched. I don't know by who, but if I were to try to chase after them, they're gonna disappear by the time I get there. So there's no point.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, so then we don't have to worry about it.
I'll mention it to like the lead guard, but
All right. I'll take a note of it. And he pulls out a little wooden pencil and he just starts writing it down on his little notepad.
okay.
Alrighty. And he just continues walking down the predetermined patrol route ahead of you. He wants to get a head start.
Yep.
As you look back, you notice that the silhouette has now become 3.
I will keep my eyes on them periodically and just kind of keep patrolling.
Okay. Throughout the night, you never see more than 3 silhouettes together at a time, but they're all
Okay.
just outside of your field of vision, like barely at the edge of your field of vision.
Right, but now that I know what I'm looking for, that's why I'm able to.
Yeah, it's very much
Okay.
a paranoid. You see them so you can look out for them, sort of thing.
Yeah, gotcha.
But otherwise, the night goes by peacefully. So Violet, why don't you go ahead and roll us our 4th day's worth of travel?
Not one, baby.
Oh boy.
Woo!
We've got bullets again.
Um, as you all settle down for this evening, you manage to find a nice little canyon spot where there's a lot of like red rocks to kind of push up against to keep out the desert wind or the chilly desert wind.
Right.
The merchants are gracious enough to share their supplies, so you guys aren't eating hardtack every night. And as everybody is settling down for dinner, I'm gonna say, since Squarbs and Beckett, I'm gonna have both of you roll dexterity saving throws. This is something you cannot see.
Oh, all right.
Me too.
Yes, you as well.
See how Violet
15.
does. So I got a 10.
Violet, you kind of like duck down to grab your water skin, and so you avoid the this arrow that just like digs into the sand in front of you. Millennia, as you are also reaching for your water skin, the arrow comes in and punctures through your water skin. You notice actually at this point I'm going to ask Millennia, investigation or perception?
It would be perception. But that was almost a good one. That's a 9.
Okay.
He's just having a bad time after that letter.
Yeah, I bet. The fletching on the arrow is, you recognize this fletching. It's not native to Abu Kanasta.
Millennia
Again.
lets out a deep sigh and just kind of studies where the trajectory came from.
That's a tough one. That one is going to be an investigation check because you're basically reworking where the arrow fell.
That's a nat 1.
You're so shocked by the fact that this is a very familiar kind of fletching.
Yeah.
You don't even think about where the arrow came from. You just know.
Millennia is gonna slowly pull out the arrow from her water skin, stand up, coldly look at Violet and say, I'm going for a walk.
Am I coming with you?
I have your earring. I can reach your earring if need be.
Good luck.
Yep. And I'm going to walk in the direction where the arrow came from, which is where the arrow inserted through the water skin, because that's all I could figure out.
That's all you got. It's like that direction, probably.
Yep. I'm not like going too far from the camp, but I am going just enough to where.
Okay. As you make your way out of the encirclement of the camp, you once again see those 3 silhouettes just very at the edge of your vision, and you can make out that one of them has a bow in hand.
I'm all right. What do I do? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna pull out my sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna point it at them, and then I'm gonna draw just a big, drive through the sand in front of me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna sheathe the sword and walk back to camp.
Okay. So you just draw a line.
Yep.
Okay.
And then when I sit back down next to Violet, I'm not taking my eyes off of where that line is.
Okay.
It's sort of a don't be fucking cowards.
You see the line in the sand kick up as something has been embedded into the sand where you drew the line.
I'm gonna guess it's an arrow.
You could infer it's an arrow.
Yeah.
With a note attached, or?
She would have to walk over to find out.
Yeah, I'll go look. Just sigh, get up again.
Yeah, there is a note attached to the arrow.
Okay. I'll read it. It's still out here.
Yeah. All that is written is it's effectively a declaration of like a call out. You know,
Okay.
like
Call out post on twitter.com.
right. It's effectively a call out saying, we have found you. You cannot escape. And then there's a set of they've drawn a very shoddy map of where to go.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Is that like near where we are, or is it?
Based on what you have of a map, like based on the map that you have, and you compare it to what they've drawn, it's about a day and a half's journeys out.
Okay.
And then at the bottom of the map, it says, "We will be waiting."
Okay. She'll just kind of muse to herself. Do I take care of this now? I mean, probably. Fuck. Fuck. All right. And she'll put the note in her pack, walk back to camp. And make a plan for when everyone lays down to sleep.
Okay. As everyone eats supper, you get a new water skin, by the way. Like one of the merchants saw that and they're just like, "Oh, that's a travesty. Here, take this," and they give you a
Thank
new
you.
water skin.
I appreciate it.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Take this. um, but as everybody is settling down to sleep, you aside from the few crackling fires that are still ongoing around the camp that are being used by the various patrols that are taking place, Melina, you do see there's an obvious gap between the patrols that you can exploit should you wish to take it.
Okay. Can I say I grabbed like a sheaf of paper and a pencil from Chuck?
Ah, absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Chuck and you are homies now.
I'm gonna wait until I know kind of everyone's more or less gone to bed. Millennia, I'm assuming, is in her own like small tent.
Yeah, it's you. Since you said you wanted to sleep on the outer circle, you kind of have your own tent so that you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. The note is gonna say, "Hey, not sure how to do this exactly. Considering I've never had to potentially say goodbye, and I was banished the last time I did this. But I got some stuff I need to take care of, and that stuff found me. I may see you guys again. I may not. I think I've done my part pretty well, and I hope your friend is okay when you give her core back." And then she'll sign Millennia at the bottom. She's gonna take off her belt.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna put the decanter on the belt as well, and does the royal earring. Do I know if Etna can receive messages from the other earring?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna send a message to Etna saying, "Hey, I got your message. They found me. I'm gonna try to take care of it." And then put the other earring down on the note as well.
Before you detach that
Yep.
earring, you just get a message back from N and it says, "Give him hell, kid."
And then let me unequip those from me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where? How do I? Sorry, one sec.
You're good.
There it is. Delete. Undo. delete. Okay. And
Now, can I ask, are you doing this particularly stealthily, or are you just doing this while
I don't
everyone's
think-
asleep?
well, everyone's asleep. Like, I'm on the outer thing of camp, so I'm not doing it stealthily. And then she's gonna tie on her wolf face mask.
Mhm.
And then move to leave.
Okay.
Millennia,
Ah,
are you
Hmm.
leaving?
yep.
Am I coming with you?
I don't think that would be for the best. Mostly because I don't know if I'm coming back from this.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Then.
And with what's going on with you, no matter what you learn about who you were or anything, remember who you are now. You're a good kid. I say kid because I don't know how old you actually were.
Me neither.
Okay. But yeah, just wanted to say that and tell Squarb I'm sorry. I don't mean to leave like this, but I'm not good at goodbyes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, best of luck. And she'll walk off.
Millennia, as you walk out of camp, you look back one last time to the warband, and then you turn around, resolved to end whatever it is that had started before you came here.
Oh, sorry. One more thing. I'm leaving 40 gold there and attaching a note to it that says 4 Vespers cookies.
Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. I was like, okay, cool. All right, cool. So there's a
There we
small
go.
satchel of gold coins on top of everything else.
Yep.
Yeah, but as you turn around,
30
resolved.
gold's worth of cookies? That's so many.
That's also potentially like royalty level cookies.
She'll be fine. As you were resolved to end things, you mentally say farewell to your companions that have been with you for the better part of half a year now.
Yep.
And
a small thank you.
And a small thank you. And you walk out into the deserts of Abu Kanasta with the light of the moon shining upon you as you make your way to your final confrontation. And that is where we will end today's session.
Dang.
Okay.
I was not expecting to lose a party member today.
Yeah. Me neither. I was initially at the start of that sequence, I was like, oh, okay, so I'm following Millennia. I'm not gonna let her go alone. But as I slowly realized, oh wait, this is a character departure. Oh, okay. Well then, I guess I can't push my way into forcefully helping you.
Yeah, I'm glad Squarb was asleep for that sequence because he wouldn't have let go as easily.
Yep. So with that in mind, everybody, thank you so much once again for joining us for today's session. We will hopefully see you all next week for episode 42, where I'm going to do some retroactive stuff, but we will start in Blazvatan to kind of expedite the journey, because it's about a 2-week journey. And we're only
Please and thank you.
because we're only about a half week in. I'm going to expedite that journey. Anyways. But until then,
The thing that had to happen happened.
Yes, exactly. But until then, everybody, thank you so much once again. Stay safe, and remember, we love you. And I will see you again next time. Goodbye for now.
Peace.
Bye.